My people, how on that day? How on that day today? I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you listen to the sound of my voice. This is the Biafra Superstars Media. I bet me gonna hear this story with the year say Tinubu don't tell the terrorists to carry their gun, make them drop their gun. He just said it in a passive way. Make we hear the gist from the Nigerian media. How did they discuss this one? If not ready, join me for this one. It is sweet well. It is sweet well. Oh yeah, listen.
I'll be dropping the gun. You don't say yes. Is it how to give order?
Listen.
Handle it first. Handle it. Then you see whether this one will not take off. When they see what is happening in Benue and Plateau, nobody will tell them to take off. And you are telling me they should drop it where? They should come and drop it in my house, Abi.
Drop the
no,
gun.
You should identify where they should. Let them be coming one by one and be dropping the gun. You don't say yes. Is it how to give order? Herdsmen should drop their gun. Drop it to who and where? You should give orders. Be specific. And from today, all the herdsmen should go and deliver to the nearest police station. To the nearest police station. Drop your gun there. And if you are seen anywhere carrying anything like a gun, and you are not a security agency, they should gun you down. Did they put such a caveat? No, he just told them, go and drop your gun. Just like that. Just like that. Meanwhile, you have not even criminalized them as terrorists. You have not. You are not. Since 2009, you have not seen it fit. Rather, you are pushing Nnamdi Kanu and his people. Self-determination group. That's the only person you can run quickly to call a terrorist. The real terrorists, you allow them to be roaming about, killing people. You have not said anything. And you want me to sit down and clap for you that you are making with effort.
Wait, Barrister, I'm asking you again. You mean to tell me that none of these efforts that the president have made is good enough?
It's not.
None of these efforts
is tangible enough.
What step would he take? What step would the president take?
I have told you.
Applaud him.
Hold on. I told you what to do. What are you telling me? The people that are occupying Benue and Plateau villages, who are they? You are afraid of them, Abi? Then the real villagers are living in IDP camp. No, tell me. Is that not where to start from? The other time you dislodge them and people return to their ancestral homes, I will say, yes, something has been done here. Then these other people that don't have a home, they are just roaming about, you now go after them. Is that not how to start? No, tell me. People will come from outside Nigeria, come into Nigeria, take over part of the territory that you swore to protect. And you are not seeing it as a judicial. That is an infringement on your own word, on your own right as the president. They have taken part of your power, part of your sovereignty. For somebody to come from outside Nigeria is take over part of Nigeria.
Ew.
They took over part of Nigeria. And you are there watching. And you are telling me, what effort? That is where to start. Dislodge them from there. Then we can know that we now know that yes, you meant business. You meant business. When you dislodge them, go to Taraba. They are equally killing people and taking over their land over there too. You are aware of all these things. You are aware of all these things. These are things you're supposed to do right now for a start. Or, please, my dear, is that not possible? Is that not what you're supposed to do? That is where to start. If you have not done it and if you are not willing to do it, then there's no deal here.
Now.
You just want to talk. There's no deal. Yes. Start from these particular areas because we know of this. This is something that is within your reach. This is something you can identify with it. Yes, you can identify with it.
Okay.
These other ones you don't know where they are. They're in the bushes and everywhere. But this one, they are taking over a village. Not even many villages. Renamed it. Take over their homes. And they are living there. And the owners are living in IDP camp. Can you imagine? And these are people you swore to protect. Now you let them in the hands of terrorists. And they are dealing with them. And you tell me you are making effort. What effort? Please, what effort? That effort is to protect life and property of Nigerians. You are not doing that.
Hold on there for me. Nigerians are waking up slowly. Now don't begin wake up. Because when that man talks, say, okay, going forward, I now tell the Fulani militia to drop down their weapons. And I'm like, really? Is that, you see, their plan is to find a way to delay Donald Trump for 100 days. That's their plan. But we are glad. Donald Trump must have heard my gospel, where I exposed Pastor E.A. Adegboye, that said Nigerian government should find a way to delay Donald Trump for 100 days. America now gave Nigeria 60 days to comply with this. Release Sunday Jackson, remove the Fulani killer headsmen in the Middle Belt, and make sure you ban the use of gun by those headsmen. But Tinubu in his response talk say, I am calling on the militia, the Fulani militia, to hand over their weapons. Let terrorists hand over their weapons. To who now? He wasn't even specific. To who? Hand over their weapons. To who now? Terrorists, when they command your military men. I beg, continue for me, Mr. Darlington.
They did not ever take over their life. They have taken over their property. And you are there as the president. Do it. That is where to start. Not to buy another guy to come and tell me that he made phone call. And out of 315, only 50 was returned. The other was Unko. Is that an effort, Chioma? Now you are telling me that they are making effort. Is that an effort? Please, is that an effort? The remaining students, what happened to them? They are not a human being, Abi. Now I should clap for you that out of this number, only this one came back. Whether you paid money or not. Since you say you talk to them, you have their number. Tell them to release all of them. What are they keeping them for? Now tell me, what are they keeping them for? Will you be happy that your friends or your neighbors' children came back and your own did not come back? And what did they even tell the parents of those remaining there? Nothing. And they may not tell them anything. Just like me and Sharibu, that even Buhari called the parent that he will do everything to bring that girl back up to today. Up to today. Dear Sharibu is still with them. Chioma, let me tell you people. I'm not joking. You see this thing that people are doing, very provocative. You don't play the video of an Anglican priest.
Okay.
No, that was actually of a couple that was kidnapped in Edo State.
I said the Anglican priest now.
There was an Anglican priest. Good. The video I played
Good. That Anglican priest is a provocation against the church.
Listen.
Seriously. Many times you see this thing happen over and over again, and the church and Christians kept quiet. Is that not provocative enough? That you go to a church, you collect all their children. How many Christian group or militia have gone to any mosque and arrested and cleared everybody and take them away? How many?
Oga, you and I know, say, the way they call IPOB ESN, 2-in-1 IPOB ESN. If now IPOB and ESN are as they call us, they do what these Fulani headsmen are doing kidnapping all across Nigeria. Go to Benue State, Plateau, Yoruba land, North. If now they do this thing when they do, una know say by now, all Nigerians go come together under one voice, under one command. They go enter Biafra land. Every young male child, once they catch you, they go buy you. And the whole Nigeria go happy say, yes, buy them, they are terrorists. You and I know this thing. Say they go enter, military go enter our village. Every young boy, when they see, they go buy them. They go call them IPOB and ESN. And there will be joy in Nigeria. There will be jubilation in Nigeria. When the military, they buy us, they drop bombs, they burn house down. They find somebody come, the person hide, they buy the mama, buy the papa, because the person they hide. You and I know. If now we they do what these headsmen they do. Ordinary kidnapping when happens small for Lagos. A man called Jide for TBC News. He say the billionaire kidnappers. Say some Igbo boys mess up, they do kidnapping for Lagos. They came with a phrase, with a slogan. A tribal slogan. known as the billionaire kidnappers, which means the Igbos now when be billionaires were kidnappers. Jide of TBC News. They say from the smell of mess, you can tell the taste of shit. Like say now we be headsmen when they carry guns, they enter people farm, they buy them, rape their mama, carry their house, burn their house down, and enter church, enter mosque. Still, I swear to God and man, by now, even the government, the president go use his own leg, join the military, enter our Biafra land. They buy every first child, every young child from the age of 12, then go buy the male child them complete. Annihilation go take place for Biafra land. But now when the headsmen they do them, now Fulani they do them, now it's okay. The Fulani, all the militia, you have to drop the guns. Tell them to drop their guns. You and I know nothing will happen. Even Buhari talk say, oh, shoot them at sight. Today, they are not shooting at sight. Now Igbos, Biafrans, when they shoot at sight. You see them? Instead, they are doing deals with them, partnership with them. So we know what thing they say. Like saying that the Biafrans, they do this kidnapping thing. When they gave us 20 pounds to chop and died after the Biafran war, 20 pounds to eat and die. Like say we after we chop the money, we can become kidnappers, Boko Haram and all those things. By now, they don't wipe us out. And every other tribe go they happy to see us wiped out. But now that when they say that Fulani they do them, they are palling with them, they are scared of them. A coward will die 1,000 times before they face the real death. All I'm going to say is the chicken has come home to roost. The chicken don't come house to roost, to come rest. Chicken don't come back. Those things they did to us in the Biafran war, it don't come back to meet all of them, because that's judgment. God talk about now, say there must the law of seed time and harvest. Whatever you sow, you will reap. Seed time, the time to plant seed. The law of seed time and harvest. There's a time to plant seed and there's a time to harvest. So whatever you do to the people of God, it will come back to you, good or bad. But you and I don't say, like saying that the Biafrans be the Boko Haram, ISIS, ISWAP, Lakorawa. By now, all the youths in Biafra land, they go down by us. And the media will be so happy. The media will not call us bandits. The media will not call us farmers and headers clash. They go say the Igbo boys, the terrorist Igbo boys, have been buyed. 2,000 were buyed last night. 800 were buyed in a field. You and I know this is truth. Because the hatred they have for us is so much. Of all what is happening, the only one they deem fit to call terrorist and jail life imprisonment is Nnamdi Kanu, a freedom fighter, a man who spoke with the microphone, a man who, when they caught him in his bag, they saw a microphone and a laptop. Microphone check 1212. That's what they saw in his bag. Even when they want to give witness, they wore mask and enter court. To show you say their mind no dey clear. They have to wear mask to enter court. Nnamdi Kanu was seen as a terrorist to Nigeria, a freedom fighter. A man who saw this coming. He saw the coming of the Fulani killer headsmen. He told us, they are coming to take over your land, to take over your farm, to Islamize you. They will come in the name of Ruga. They will come in the name of cattle ranch. They will come with the Ruga. That's where they will not live in your community. From your community, they will spring the attack to your farm, to your community, to your village, take over your town. Before you know it, you will run away to IDP camp and they will settle in your village, in your community. They will control your resources while they change you all to Islam. They are coming. Today they have come. But the only man being called a terrorist is the one I call the whistle blower, Nnamdi Kanu. The whistle blower. Nigeria, that's Nigeria for you. In a country where there is tribalism, the people perish. The country will suffer. The country will be stagnated. There will be no development in tribalism. Because you will say, oh, when it comes to seaport, it must be in my tribe. When it comes to controlling the oil wells, it must be in my tribe. It must be in my location. It must be in my own state. That's the game they are playing. That is why they are stagnated economically. They are stagnated economically. Nigeria is dead. From a giant to a dwarf. You have turned from a giant to a dwarf. Look at now. That's who is gone. Their only power has to do with the Biafrans. Their only strength has to do to the Biafrans. When they buy us, they buy 7 million and they want to buy more. Until the Irish came and said, this is too much. Your starvation. They starved us to death. They said, this is too much. Gather all the children with Kwashoko. Bring them together. Make we shame Britain. Till this day, Ireland and Britain, they have this tension. So may God bless the Irish priest that helped us out. They say, gather all these children with Kwashoko. Bring them to this town square here. And when they gathered them, they now took pictures. Create tabloid. And they posted it to the media houses in Great Britain, as they were known back then. For the first time, people in Britain now saw what their government were doing, the foreign policy of their government. They were in shock because while the war was going on, Britain did not televise the war in their country. The same way when they are buying the Biafrans still today. Your local TV, NTA News or private TV, so Channel TV, TVC, Arise News, they don't discuss the buying of Biafrans in Biafra land. They don't discuss the buying of Christians in Biafra land. The only time they want to discuss is when they want to blame IPOB and ESN. But now it's happening in Benue and Plateau. They are speaking about it. It happened in Kwara. They speak about it. And I'm asking myself, even to America, I'm asking myself, are the Christians from Biafra land different from the Christians in Benue? Why is it that you know they've been buying us for all these years and you have said nothing about it? To America, are the Christians in Biafra land different from the Christians in Benue State? When will you shine a light on the genocide happening to the children of God in Biafra? Sometimes these things make me to wonder. Sometimes this thing makes me to ponder. Sometimes things like this make me to think out loud. But let's continue.
Is that not provocation? You are preaching peace as a Christian. The other one is preaching violence. What does that tell you? And their leaders have not made effort to say, look, this thing must stop. Oh. And I mean stop. Rather, they will be doing lip service. Gumi is there. Gumi is there telling you or representing their interests in a terrorist organization in Nigeria. This man cannot even enter Saudi Arabia. But here in Nigeria, he is being pampered as a lord. And the president is seeing him gallivanting all over the place. You can imagine. It's when you allow these things that the bigger things now manifest. If this government have taken steps from Buhari to this period, oh my God, this thing would have died. But they were playing politics with it. The worst of it all is that federal government officials were having meeting with these terrorists. They sit on the table. And they come out to announce it as if they made any big achievement. Bayo Nonoga will be telling us that he have the number of these people, he called them. It's a big deal to have the number of terrorists. You can call them. It's a big deal. You're a big boy. You know how many people have the number of terrorists? Eh? It's a big deal for you to have their number and call them and you talk to them. You know? Yes, you are telling us the achievement you have recorded. You are talking to terrorists and they are answering you while you are in Aso Rock. Eh? Can you just imagine? No. How many times did they call the IPOB members and NIGNNAMDI? How many?
Listen now.
Choma, how many times did any federal government official visited the South and said, come, you people come, what is the problem?
Okay.
What are you agitating for? What are you agitating for? Rather, they apply brute force.
Brute force. They use a sledgehammer to kill a fly. Brute force. You see fly for wall. And to kill them, you use sledgehammer to hit fly. Think about this thing. Because when people, they agitate, in most cases, is to draw the attention of the center. We saw the same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he was in England as a young man, probably in his 40s or so, or in his late 30s or mid 30s. He was advocating for what? For the Muslims in the north. Saying the way this Boko Haram they are going, they have to be checkmated. If not, there will be an implosion. And if they take over the north, there will be a problem all across Nigeria. He was one of those advocating for the north, speaking on what? One Nigeria. But when they did what they did to him, his eyes became clear. Say, the way this thing they go, the government I'm speaking about, they don't really care about this thing. The agenda is to allow these guys to come in and like play, take over. Once they take over and they Islamize everybody, who gains at the end? That's the question. So when they say it's a Christian genocide, and people they say, no, now it is Christians and Muslims. No, you guys don't understand. What is the reason behind the genocide? And what is the end goal? What is the aftermath? Islamized country. To call a spade, if you put a Christian here on your left and a Muslim on your right, and then say, from today, Nigeria is now an Islamic country, who will be worried and who will be nonchalant in Nokia? Who will remain indifferent? I don't give a damn. It's the Muslim one because, already their religion is Islam. But the one that will be troubled, that will be worried, will be the Christians. What's going on here? No, my God. You see, because that one no say, I'm a Christian now. What do you mean by the country is now an Islamic country? So the end goal of the genocide is to Islamize Nigeria through a process known as Islamification. I've been mentioning this for a long time. I don't know why people are not picking it up yet. I'm not speaking like a prophet. But today, gradually now, you are getting used to what? Terrorists speaking on TV. Before, that was a taboo, a no-no, to see a terrorist grab a microphone and speak to government officials, demanding what they want on TV. Previously, the shock people had was to hear about kidnapping happening. Now, the kidnapping one don't change now. It is now normal. Islamification activated. Previously, we heard about the farmers and herders clash. When they lie, say, when you are your farm, the farmers come, they are farming, and the terrorists come and rape the women in the farm. It was a taboo then. But now, to us, it is now normal. When you hear farmers and herders clash, it is normal. Islamification activated. They are now in your forests, Ruga, and all those things. Create them routes for their cows to move about. They are now doing it in real time. Everywhere you look now, cows are roaming everywhere. Islamification activated. And now, so suddenly now, they are kidnapping everybody from churches. And you guys are getting used to it. You say, don't worry. Okay, we'll pay them off, Catholic school, okay, let's pay them off. Church in Kwara, let's pay them, but say no payment was made. We just call them. We call them and they release them. Islamification activated. Slowly but steadily, you will get accustomed to it. It will become a norm, a normal phenomenon. It becomes usual. The fear will go away from your mind. And slowly, you will get too used to what? Islamification, which is the process to Islamization. I'm saying this not as a prophet. The next goal now be say, when they begin enter cities well, there will be a rumor, say, if you wear kaftan, if a girl wear hijab, cover her face, they will not kidnap her in the streets because they will think she's a Muslim. They are after the Christians. So to beat the game now, all the girls start wearing your hijab. Oh, they wear your hijab if you're going out. Oh, dress that way. Men, wear your kaftan. Oh, wear those kind of cap and kaftan. That way, they will think you're a Muslim. They will not kidnap you. The other day, they were in a bus. They saw a girl who wore kaftan. They left her, but they took the other girls. Slowly but steadily, your way of life, your dressing, your dress code will turn to the Islamic way of dressing. A process known as Islamification to get you used to the Islamic way. So that eventually, when the country is now at the verge of being Islamized, which is the end goal, it will become normal. It will become a norm. It will be something you have already experienced. It won't be a shock to you anymore. That is the process they use. When they did it in Turkey, it was the same thing. Today, Turkey is now an Islamic state. They are coming, even in Egypt. Slowly now, see what's happening in Egypt. It is now an Islamic country. That's the game they come with. The process to Islamize you is known as Islamification. 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 Over time, your way will change. To be in government, to have a contract, to be a minister, you have to dress a certain way. AKA, Better Edu. AKA, our sister, Better Edu, who hails from Akwa Ibom. But you also saw how she was dressing like a hajia. She go wear her kaftan. She go wear her hijab, cover her face, do her pancake. When they went to Saudi Arabia, she went with them. You would think she's a Muslim. You would think she's a Fulani woman. She was dressing that way just to be cool and blend with the cabinet. Unknown to her, she is carrying out the activities. She is conforming to Islamification, a process to Islamize you in the long run. And people, I can go on and on. I know the trick of these guys. I know the trick of these guys. Finally, as I wrap this one up, a friend of mine back in the days, he's from Niger State. During that time, he's a good guy, but then I used to call everybody Hausa. He said, brother, I am not Hausa. I am Nupe. We are different. He said, yes, Hausa is different. Fulani is different. I am Nupe. We are different. When he was speaking, I saw a man whose state of mind was similar to what NIGNNAMDI KANU is doing now. I never knew there was tension. People taking over their land. The same way the Fulani don't take out the Hausa. That was how they were doing to the people of Nupe. But in Niger State, the Nupe still have a stronghold there. So when this guy is introducing himself, he does his introduction in a unique way. And I'm asking myself, why is he doing this? When we go for meeting during those days, he will call his name. My name is Abdul Muhammad. I am from Niger State, a town in Bosu, local government and he go break him down. He go say his name, Niger State, Nupe, a town from Bosu local government. Then he will now mention the last one. I can't remember what he used to say. People used to laugh, that's funny, that's funny. We used to laugh him then, thinking it's a funny way to introduce yourself. Because normally we just say your name and that's it. But this guy will talk his name, talk the state, talk say from Nupe, talk say from Bosu local government, talk something else. I said, what? This is strange. But now I know why. Because back then, they saw what we are seeing now. Oh my God, have mercy. They saw what was coming because they were in the north. They saw the activities of the Fulanese. Although they were covered with Islam, the Brotherhood of Islam. So it was covert. In the clothes, in-house. They saw the abusive man abusing their mother. But the children could not speak. Because that was their dad. So they saw what the Fulani was doing to the Hausa. And coming towards the Inupe then. So to keep their identity, when they are doing the introduction of themselves, they break down all those things. Just for you to know, say they know who they are. And when he was doing all these things, I was wondering why. Because to me, I was thinking, everybody from the north, the Hausa. One day he now told me, say, look, listen. We are different people. Our culture is different. Our way of life is different. I am Nupe. There is Hausa. There is this. There is Fulani. There is that. I said, really? He said, yes, brother. You guys in the south, you make mistake. You think we are all one. We are not one people. Boom! I rest my case for that one. So it was going on back there. But then, because of Islam, they kept it in-house. As we speak to you now, no Hausa person now is a governor in any of those northern states. I doubt it. They've been relegated to the background. And now, the Fulani Cabal, they have completed their job in the north. So now they are moving towards the south. Unfortunately, in the south, this thing called tribalism and politics is making some people to blind their eyes from the truth. It's making some people to see what we are doing as the problem. So please, as I wrap this one up, I would like to speak to Peter Obi. I want to say to Peter Obi, your action in 2023 during the election, it caused a very big problem on the Igbos and the Biafrans living in Lagos and now throughout the whole country. Because you winning Lagos or contesting to be a president led to a scenario of somebody win shit for floor. They can't use plate, cover the shit. Then after a week or two, somebody can't open the plate. The shit can't smell. When the shit was covered, people, they ignored it like it was not there. But when you won Tinubu in Lagos, you open that cancer, that shit cover, the canker of worms are coming out. So your actions or inactions, I don't give a damn, has led to your people going through hell in Lagos State and now in Nigeria. Because in Lagos State, you saw the policies of the governor of Lagos State, where they were destroying people's homes. And now on a national side, you saw how angry they was. Tinubu was so angry. He used his judge, Justice James Omotosho, a man who could not read. He was really like a 3-year-old, but with anger. You saw the way he gave the pronouncement. Some things that did not come up in the trial during when the guys were making their, the prosecutors were making their claim against Nnamdi Kanu. Justice James Omotosho added it in his judgment, where he spoke about the hotel, the Tinubu hotel they wanted to burn, that Nnamdi Kanu didn't talk. And when he said the Oba house, he blamed on Nnamdi Kanu. Burn houses in Lagos, he blamed Nnamdi Kanu. So it shows that Tinubu is very, very angry with Nnamdi Kanu. Tinubu is very, very angry. And it showed in the actions of Justice James Omotosho. Even though he struggled with reading the judgment that he did not write. But he was so angry with Nnamdi Kanu. So Peter Obi, Nigeria is not mature enough to have you as president. The more you come out in a country that is tribalized, the more you put your people in harm's way. So I want you to look at the mirror and tell yourself the truth. Because to call a spade, we all know that you won the last election. Even though with the Biafrans didn't partake in your election. But they took the election off you. Until this day, our people are paying the price. You did nothing about it, even though you went to court. You saw the way they court with anger again in your own part. They dismissed, in fact, they didn't spend 2 minutes in your own case. Do you know why? Because they are angry with you and they know we are already conquered in Nigeria. But when it came to the case of Atiku, they used to waste more time to explain why they got to their conclusion. But yours, they didn't spend 2 minutes. They dismissed it. Peter Obi, my question to you is this. In the next 14 months, people again will be coming out to vote or going out to vote for 2027 election. In the next 14 to 16 months, there will be an election. What will you do? What are you prepared to do? If you come out to vote again, or you vie for the position to be president, and they steal your vote again, what will you do about it? With the way Nigeria is now, the answer is nothing. But those that will pay for the price again are the Igbos. At a time when we are on the verge of leaving Nigeria. So Peter Obi, I'll advise you, don't waste your time vying for presidency in Nigeria. Do not waste your time. If you see what they are doing now to us, to Nnamdi Kanu, what do you think they'll do to you? If you insult Tinubu again in Lagos, this time all the houses of the Igbos will be brought down in Lagos. So rethink and reconsider your actions. Rethink and reconsider for all that is good. Because this pain, this embarrassment is too much for we the Biafrans to bear. You were the one that opened the canker worm. The can of worms came out. And now they are angry with us because to them, what is an election? To them, it was an embarrassment that you did to Tinubu, their brother. You winning him in such a way in Lagos. To them, it is an insult upon injury. And that's why they are punishing us the way they are doing. With the law, they are very, very smart. They are using the law against us. With the law, they broke those houses in Lagos. With the law, they bent it to give Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment. So Peter Obi, this one goes to you. This one goes to you. One man's aspiration should not lead to the death annihilation of a people. You know Nigeria is still practicing tribalism. You know Nigeria is not ready for an Igbo man to be president. Even when they vote for you, they will not give it to you. But with the insult of you winning, they will now punish your people all across Nigeria. As they are doing now. As they are doing now. I rest my case. For those that have ears, let them hear. For those that have ears, let them hear. No more talk.